Acha ji, we are basically studying AS accounting from my YouTube channel and accounting with Sir Haris. So we are going to solve a question from AS accounting for the topic of marginal costing. And this question has come in which paper? May, June 22. May, June 22, marginal costing. Let's see what he's saying. At another factory, the company manufactures two products. This factory uses marginal costing. The following details are available. Direct material per unit, product X, product Y की DVA 6,9, direct labor per unit 9,9, fixed cost per unit 5 and 6, selling price per unit 24 and 30, and normal production per month 8,000 and 4,000. The company has a major customer who usually orders 5,000 units of product X1 each month. This order is included in the normal production of 8,000 units. Remember this, that the company has a major customer, product X का customer है 5,000 units का, which is included in 8,000 units. It means that other customers are basically giving us an order of 3,000 units only. The remaining 5,000 units are being ordered by only one customer. Okay. Next, in May 2022, the customer has asked for 9,000 units of product X. The same customer who was basically purchasing 5,000 units from us, he has asked for 9,000 units of product X. If it is not possible to supply this quantity, the customer has informed the director that they will place their entire order and all future orders with another company. If we are not able to place the order, though it is difficult for us because normal production per month in units is 8,000, and out of that 5,000 units are basically ordered by the same customer of which was taking 5,000 units, but now he's asking for 9,000 units, and he's also threatened us that if we are not able to produce, he will go for some other competitors. But he will not work with us anymore. We will lose the customer. Directors are considering two options. Option A, stop manufacture of product Z and devote all labor hours to the production of product X, right? Stop manufacturing of product X and devote all labor hours for the production of product Y, Z को बंद कर दें और product X के लिए सारी labor consume करें. The company will be able to complete all the normal orders for product S and the increase order from the customer. By doing this, we are able to achieve our target. It means that normal order for product X will also be achieved and the increase order of that particular customer will also be achieved. The workforce for product Z will require some retraining costing 3,000. So fixed cost will increase by 3,000 because they will be needing some retraining. Next, calculate the profit to be made for each of the option. Option A, May, June 22. We'll not discuss option B. We'll solve the question for product X and we'll find the profit for product X. Okay, currently selling price is 24 per unit. So let's calculate it. We'll start with the revenue or sales. Now, how many units are going to produce? We are going to produce. It was 3,000 plus 5,000 in the past, but now the customer has placed us 9,000 units, and the 3,000 units will still be there.
12,000.
So that is going to be 12,000, right? So we are going to go for a marginal cost statement for 12,000 units, and the selling price is going to be 24. So what is the sales first of all?
288,000.
288,000, right? So less variable cost. We'll subtract variable cost because in contribution costing, I told you that we have to subtract variable cost from sales to get contribution first, and then we'll subtract fixed cost to get the profit for the year. This is the way we use in marginal costing because it is for decision making purpose. So direct material per unit is 6, direct labor is 9. So we'll do that. Direct material, direct labor, variable overhead, if given, we'll see. So direct material is going to be 6. 12,000 multiplied by 6, we'll get 72,000. Direct labor is 9. So that is going to be 12,000 into 9. How much it is going to be?
108.
Going to be 8,000. Now let's see if there is any variable cost. No, there is no variable overheads. So that's it. We'll subtract it from, we go for the total. That is going to be 1,80,000. So what is going to be the contribution? Contributions is
108.
yes, sales minus variable cost, 108,000 is the contribution. And I will subtract less fixed cost from the contribution to get the profit for the year. Let's see if there is any other change. Stop manufacturing Z, that's it. Company will be able to complete all the normal production orders from production, increase order from the customer and workforce, and there is increase in fixed cost. So now there is something very new for you. Remember that fixed cost of product X is increased obviously by 8,000 units are produced and 5 per unit is the fixed cost. So basically this question basically deals with the same thing. Although we are producing now how many units? 12,000, but remember that total fixed cost will not change. So that is 8,000 into 5. It will remain the same, 40,000. And even the production of product Z has been stopped, but its fixed cost will still be there. We have to incur fixed cost of product Z, 4,000 into fixed cost per unit is 6. So that is going to be 24,000. And we have to incur the retraining cost also 3,000. So that is going to be the total fixed cost for option A. Product X fixed cost, which is 8,000 into 5 per unit, 40,000 total. In total, it will not change. It will remain 40,000 even if the production is 12,000 units. Even then, it will remain 40,000. Same is the case with product Z. 4,000 into 6, 24,000. This fixed cost will not decrease. Why? Because if you are not able to produce product Z, even then you have to incur the fixed cost of product Z. That will still be there. Because total fixed cost does not change with the change in the output. Plus 3,000 is the retaining cost. So what is the total now? 40,000 plus 24,000 plus 3,000. Can you tell me what is the amount? 67,000.
67,000.
Yes.
सर दोनों के प्रोडक्ट्स की फिक्स कॉस्ट क्यों ऐड करेंगे?
जी बिल्कुल माइनस करें, बताता हूँ. प्रॉफिट आ जाएगा आपका कितना?
41.
41,000. देखिए, if you are not producing product Z and he is completely saying that we are going to stop manufacture product Z and devote all labor hours to the production of product X. It means that the rent of the building, which is divided between product X and product Y, which is 40,000 charged to product X and 24,000 charged to product Z, cannot be reduced because the factory building rent will remain the same. So that's why product Z fixed cost will not decrease. I can give you another example. We are using machines which produces both product X and product Z. And that machine is subject to depreciation also, another cost also. Now all the fixed cost of that machine will be transferred to product X. It will not decrease. Even the product Z is not manufactured, but the fixed cost of product Z because of that machinery will still be the same, which has been incurred in the past. The fixed cost in total will not change, right? So 8,000 into 5, it will remain 40,000 fixed cost for product X. Either the production of product X decrease or increase. Same is the case with product Z. 4,000 into 6, it will remain the same. And 3,000 is the retaining cost. That's why we have added 3,000 because it has said that there is some retaining cost in 3,000. Now maintain normal production levels, same. Refuse the customer order. Reduce the selling price of product X by 5% in order to enable all normal production of this unit to be sold. Right? He's saying that maintain normal production level. So we are not going to go for any particular special order from the customer. refuse the customer order. We have refused the customer that we are not going to do that, and reduce the selling price of product X, right? Reduce the selling price of product X by 5% in order to enable all normal production of this unit to be sold. So we are able to sell the all normal production because of the reason that even if the customer order has been refused, by reducing the selling price of product X by 5%, we are able to sell the same quantity, which is actually 8,000. So what he said now, calculate the profit made in May for each of the options. So iska profit we need to calculate. So what we are going to do again, sales is going to be 8,000 multiplied by 24 for product X. What is the amount?
सेलिंग प्राइस 5 से कम नहीं करनी
5%? Yes. Just a minute. X and Z are the two products. Yes. The selling price of product X is reduced by 5% in order to enable all normal production of this unit to be sold. So 20 selling price is change in the first option. No. Selling price is 24. What is the 5%? You can take 95% of 24, or you can go for the 5%, calculate and subtract it. So what is the amount?
22.8
Sorry?
22.8
22.8. Now product Z has also been sold, and they are sold at the normal way, which is we can start from the contribution also. I'm just following the same method. We can start from the contribution also, right? That is 9, 9, and 6. So let's start product Z with the contribution. So less variable cost. Variable cost for direct material and for direct labor for this particular product is 8,000 multiplied by 6. That will be 48,000. And for direct labor, 8,000 multiplied by 9, that is going to be 72,000. What is the sales? 8,022.8.
182,400.
182,400. Okay. And for product Z, if we can calculate the sales also, no problem. That is 4,000 into 30. 4,000 into 30 is how much?
120.
1,20,000.
Yes.
Now the material cost of product Z is 9 into, sorry, 9 and 9, both 9. So 36,000 and 36,000. Now let's subtract it. We'll find the contribution of X and Z. Sales minus variable cost is going to be our contribution. What is the amount? Amount of contribution for product X is
62,400.
62, oh, 62,400, and 1,20,000 minus 72,000 is
48,000.
48,000. Now less fixed cost. Is there any change in fixed cost in the question? No. The fixed cost will remain the same. That is 8,000 into 5, right? Original, with the original output, and 4,000 into 6. 40,000 and 24,000. I don't think so there is any change in fixed cost in the question. So that will be 40,000 and 24,000. So if you just subtract it, you will find the profit, and the total profit you can do also. That will be 20,000, 22,400 and 24,000. And the total profit is going to be for both the products, how much it is going to be? 46,400. So for option B, we are going to have more profit of 46,400 in comparison to 41,000. And another thing is that we are able to produce and sell both products, that is X and Y. So it might be possible that product, because of non-production or non-selling of product Z, we might lose some customer for X also in the future. But now we are producing both units X and Z, which will help us to have more market share and to compete with more competitors, because both products are different. So we have a variety of products also. But if we go for product X, we are having a profit of 41,000, which is less than option B. Secondly, in option 1, the fixed cost of Z will still be paid because it will not decrease. Even the product Z is not, we are not producing product Z, even then. Right? So now we have, by decreasing the selling price by 22.85%, we are able to sell all 8,000 units, and the customer who has ordered us 5,000 units and who's were basically forcing us for 9,000 units to produce, okay, will not be entertained anymore. Depending upon one customer cannot be suitable for anyone, to anyone. It's not suitable for anyone actually. And it might be possible that in the future he will ask for more units directly to be given to him personally. Even we are able to produce that or not. So I believe that option 2 is overall is a better choice. We'll go for that particular option. Let's see if either they have asked us to recommend something. Yes. Advise the director which option they should choose. Justify your answer by discussing both financial and non-financial factors. Then we have to incur redundancy cost also in option A, because all the labor of, नहीं उसने कहा labor तो लग जाएगी सारी, but labor will be dissatisfied. They will be demotivated that in the future maybe they will be redundant. ये भी एक प्रोडक्ट एक्स को सारे को बनाने को जो है वो नुकसान हमारा हो सकता है. ठीक है जी. फिर प्रोडक्ट जेड के जो सप्लायर थे, कस्टमर थे, उनके साथ रिलेशनशिप भी आपका खराब होगा. जो प्रोडक्ट जेड के कस्टमर्स थे आपके, इन ऑप्शन ए की बात कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है ना. तो दे विल फील डीमोटिवेटेड एंड दे विल, यू नो देयर जो ब्रांड इंप्रेशन है आपका, वो उन कस्टमर्स में क्या हो जाएगा, खराब हो जाएगा ऑब्वियसली बात. दे विल नॉट बी हैप्पी. राइट. So this is how we are done with this particular question. May, June 22, 22. Now you will solve this question at home. October, November 18, 21 is the question. October, November 18, 21. You can do that easily. It's not a big deal. October, November 18, 21. Then you will solve this question. October, November 18, 22. You can solve that easily. That's not a big deal. It's also a very easy question. You can solve it easily. And October, November 18, 21 and October, November 18, 22. Right? Then we have this question, May, June 21, 22. You can solve that also. It is quite easy. May, June 21, 22. And remember that this question does not demand any special things. It's a small question. Right? And you can solve that easily. Let me just make you understand this question. When production was 9,000 units, which included 1,000 units produced using overtime. Right? This information is given. Labor, other fixed cost. Direct labor overtime is paid at 1.25 times the normal rate. So labor for 1,000 unit is paid at 1.25 times the normal rate. Right? So you can see that 8,000 units, sorry, 9,000 units are paid at a normal rate, whatever be the rate, and 1,000 units will be paid at the rate of 1.25, the
सर
normal.
9,000 में included नहीं है वो 1,000.
When production was 9,000 units, which included 1,000 units produced using overtime. Yes. So 8,000, you're right. 8,000 is going to be at the normal rate and 1,000 will be done by the overtime. So if we just see that 8,000 multiplied by 8 is equal to 64,000. and the remaining 1000 units, what is the amount of 8 into 1.25? What is the amount? That is, I think so,
10,000.
10,000. अच्छा
सर
ओके,
ये 8 कहाँ से आया?
वो मैंने एग्जांपल से लिया है. It should be, I think so, should be less than that, maybe 7. अभी आगे पता चल जाएगा हमें. All production sold at $30 per unit. The latter have been considering changing the supplier of material. An overseas supplier is prepared to become the company's sole supplier of material at 5.5 per unit, including delivery cost. तो हम देखेंगे पहले 72,000 को, अगर आप डायरेक्ट मटेरियल को मैंने गलती से कर दिया है वहां पे वहां पे बात वो कर रहे थे कि ओवर टाइम. तो जो 1000 यूनिट है बेटा, उस पर हम कितना पे कर रहे हैं? वी आर पेइंग 10, एंड दैट इज गोइंग टू बी हाउ मच? 10,000, and that is why our labor cost is going to be 74,000. Okay, labor is 74,000 because 8,000 units are going to be produced at $8 per unit, and the remaining 1,000 is using paying overtime, which is 10 per unit. So that is 10,000, and 74,000 is the direct labor cost. Material is 9,000 into divide 72,000 divided by 9,000, which is 8, obviously, per unit. But now it has been decreased to 5.5. Supplier can only provide sufficient material for the company to make 7,600 units per month. अब आप 7,600 units ही बनाएंगे. Or that you
सर
don't expect any other cost or the unit selling price to change, and all production will be sold. तो वो कह रहा है कि प्रॉफिट आपने निकालना है. Maximum profit that can be made if materials were obtained from the overseas supplier and production limited to 7,600 units. जी बताएं. तो
सर
7,600 यूनिट पे आपने सवाल सॉल्व करना है ये.
ये जो आपने 9,000 की जगह 8,000 नहीं होगा, क्योंकि 1,000 यूनिट्स तो ओवर टाइम है. 72,000 डिवाइड बाई 8,000.
नहीं नहीं, वो मटेरियल की थोड़ी कह रहा है. वो मटेरियल की नहीं कह रहा ना, लेबर के लिए कह रहा है.
ठीक है
Production,
सर.
production was 9,000, that's fine. But in which 1,000 units were produced using overtime regarding labor. Labor is basically charging more at the rate of 1.25 per unit, right? So this is how we have done that. कि जो 8,000 units हैं, that is according to the $8 per unit, that becomes 64,000, and 1,000 into 10, 8 into 1.25, the normal rate. So that is going to be 1,000 to 10. 10,000 total is 74,000. So material is 8 per unit. 7,600 units you will produce now. Units sold and purchased, units sold are 7,600 units. Into 8, you will get your direct material. 7,600 into 30, you will get your sale. 7,600, right, into 8, you will get your direct labor because there is no overtime needed now. Units are 7,600. Same is the case with other variable costs. You will find per unit and you will multiply. And fixed cost will remain the same. It will remain at 65,000. Why? Because if either the production will increase or decrease, fixed cost will not change. It will remain the same. वो आपकी जो है वो चेंज नहीं होगी. Okay, so you can do that question at home because it's quite easy. If you have any problem, you can ask me. So we are done with this question, May, June 21, 22. And he's also asked us to advise that either you should go for this particular project or not. Now the question is October, November 18, 23. You can do that also. I have solved 3 questions, October, November 18, 21, 22, 23. I've given these questions to you to solve at home. And then we will move forward for the next question tomorrow, May, June 24, 22. Inshallah, I will take class tomorrow at the same time, 9 o'clock, inshallah ta'ala. And feel free to ask any question if you want to. Thank you very much. Yes. जो बेसिक लेवल का सीवीपी था वो हमने कर लिया है. कल हम इसका थोड़ा सा एक्स्ट्रा पढ़ लेंगे और पेपर में वैसे इतना ही आएगा. लेकिन इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि हम वी हैव टू डू all the topics which we will do or will continue to do in this week and in the next week also. क्योंकि अगर पेपर में आ गया तो फिर क्या करेंगे भाई? गैस इज स्टिल ए गैस. ठीक है, मैं बहुत 100% श्योर होता हूँ, वो अलग बात है. लेकिन हो तो जाता है, मैंने बताया भी है। अक्टूबर नवंबर जो 23 था उसमें नहीं आया था, 23 अक्टूबर नवंबर 23 32 तक मेरा पेपर नहीं आया था।